Hey, how's it going? I'm alright, how are you? Aw, thanks for asking. Things have been pretty tough. But at least I'm here. Grateful to still be alive. Yeah, I wanted to do a few readings here for a few people who want to receive. Revelation is what they would call it in the book, in the so yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, don't tell me what you want to ask, right? So let me go ahead and get started. There's something that you wanted to ask about. Just focus on the question. Try not to tell me anything. And I'm gonna go ahead and begin. Palvinder. Okay, Palvinder. So, I usually just pull one tarot card. You guys know how basically I work. I've been on here for a while, so this is my first reading that I'm doing for anybody, and I don't know how long it's been since I've been live on here, but it's been a while, right? So we have the Page of Wands coming through. Spirit wants to show you the Page of Wands here. So whatever you're asking about, they are likely wanting to help you tune into your inner confidence in whatever this has to do with. So it likely has to do with a project, or it could be a relationship. But they want you to tune into the yes I can, or the optimistic part of you in regards to this question. Likely, okay? So let me take a look at your field here. Yeah. So you are showing me a pretty active energy here in anger and pride. So, and this is really, really active here for you. So this is likely something, an idea or a project or something that you're trying to defend pretty well. Okay, you're trying to hold your stance there. Whatever this has to do with, it likely feels like it's gonna take some work. or an uphill battle, if you will. And you're showing me actually that whatever this has to do with, you're in it for the long term. Let me see where Spirit's guiding you. Okay. So, whatever this has to do with, the guidance is not very far from what you're already doing. So whatever this has to do with, Spirit just wants to acknowledge whatever it is you have your eye on, they have your back on this, and they just want to say they see you, they see what you're trying to do, they support you. I'm going to close my eyes and see what this is, okay? Okay, so I can tell on the surface here, you're very, this is what I'm doing, this is my choice, I'm going after it, full on, no doubts, no regrets, but they're showing me here that you are likely going to get to a point where you are going to be rethinking your choice of whether or not this is right for you. And when you start second thinking this, Spirit is right here, and they're saying, no, don't feel guilty, because there's a tendency for you to sort of overthink things and for some reason feel guilty about something. But Spirit is right here. When this happens, they're literally saying, no, don't back down, don't feel guilty, blah, 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 blah. Okay, were you guiding here? Okay, I'm going to close my eyes here. And then I'll go on to the next person. Okay, so this seems like something that is really, really important for you to focus on, whatever this has to do with. It feels so important, to the point where it feels like an urgency for this to get done. Does this make sense? Okay, and this is an alignment. I'm going to close my eyes one more time here. But I feel like you really need to tune into and I'm going to use the word urgency here, because I think Spirit wants you to be urgent. This is an urgent matter. And so that, it almost feels like you have to fight for this. Okay, hold on, one more, and then I'm going to move on. Okay. Huge sign here. It's very, very consistent. Do not close this door. You have a tendency to want to quit or whatever this has to do with, like half-ass it or not finish till the end, something like this. Do not give up. Keep this door open. Do not close it. They're showing me my symbol for you need to invest little by little. Okay? That's for you. Sure, no problem. Okay, purpler, and pink clouds. Okay, I'll go with you. God bless you. And may the Lord be with you always. So this is for purple. Purple, if you could hold on to a question in your head for me, if you have a question. If not, then just ask telepathically, send it out to the universe. You can say, universe, what would you like me to know? What do I need to know now? This is for purple. Okay. So for purple, the card that Spirit is wanting to give to you is the Four of Cups. So this card usually will come up in a reading for me when someone is maybe dissatisfied with what they have going on for themselves. There might be something being offered to you, maybe somebody's reaching out and wanting to offer, it could be whatever, it could be a job, it could be love, it could be affection, but someone is likely not interested and they're a little bit more self-absorbed with whatever they specifically want to see basically in their and or have in their life, and they don't necessarily see that happening right now. That's what that means. And when I look at this card, okay, you're showing me that you are actually, that's pretty good. Okay. That was interesting. Okay. So overall, you're in reason, love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. So these are very high levels to be at. One, you're thinking rationally, you're brainstorming likely in your situation, whatever this has to do with, and you also have, you likely feel safe and almost like you found something where you feel like you fit in. Something feels right, okay? But then you went passive here in enlightenment. So I don't know what that has to do with, but let me ask where the spirit guidance is before I close my eyes. Okay. Okay. So what they did was they actually lowered you all the way down from these higher levels, enlightenment, peace, joy, love, reason, all the way down here to the level of desire. And they ask you to go passive, okay? So whatever you've asked about, whatever they're talking about, they're asking you to sort of either let go of a particular desire that you have your eye on, or prepare to go after something else. So I'm gonna close my eyes and see what comes through in regards to this. Okay. It looks like you found something that really resonates with you and you're really, really sure about it. It's something that you realize is pretty important to you, okay? And I would agree that it is pretty important for you. It's what lights you up. Something like this. I'm gonna keep closing my eyes. Yes. You recently made a decision and you made a very good decision for yourself. And I think Spirit is just here wanting to say you made the right decision. And I think you're just asking whether or not you made the right decision or not. And they're saying in this process, because I feel like you're walking down towards some kind of journey, you are gonna need to take care of yourself. Because it looks like it might be kind of like a rocky path, and it might require, it's gonna tear you down sometimes, but it's there to help you grow. But you have to make sure you take care of yourself at the same time you go down this path, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Okay? So, does this make sense? Did I answer your question here? So I'm interpreting most of these things. So in my mind, it really feels like you found something that fits you. Okay, perfect. I just need to know, make sure you guys got your clarity here. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Gabriel Stevens. Oh, I don't even know if they want to read me, but I'm doing this, just trying to use my spiritual gifts, what most people call it, for the good of humanity. So, although I don't think I'm going to receive revelation, if you will, for anybody who I don't have consent from first. So Gabriel Stevens, if you did want a reading, just let me know before I do start tuning into you. And also, if you guys want to ask multiple questions, you're more than welcome to do that. I don't see a lot of people here. Okay. So if you have a question, go ahead and just hold that in your mind. Okay, so this is for Gabriel. So, the card that came through here with you, Gabriel Stevens, is the Nine of Swords. Okay. I will let you know, though, that I'm already seeing what was coming through my mind here while I was being shown this card is somebody is making space in their heart for a friend. Somebody is intentionally saying, okay, I'm making space here for you to come into my heart, and I'm allowing you into my space. So this is what I'm seeing here. So the Nine of Swords is coming out through here also. So I don't know what you asked about, but it's all something that is causing either a little or a lot of anxiety. You might feel a little bit crazy, overwhelmed in your head, overthinking, where it gets you all very, very worked up to the point where you don't feel well, likely. Let me see where you're at here in this table. Okay. So you were here in pride for just a moment, to where likely you were either defending something that you feel is important, something that is a little bit different from what other people may have or what they believe in, and then you showed me you went higher to the level of neutrality, and then you kind of went passive. So that is showing me that on some level you are trying to be a little bit more comfortable, or like not wanting things to affect you when they come, especially negative things that you don't see coming, so you're not frazzled. Where are you guiding here, Spirit? Okay, so they want me to get a little affirmation here from you, for you, and I'm gonna close my eyes and get this for you, okay? Okay. So I can't tell this type of energy. It's somebody who really wants control. Somebody who is like, it kind of feels a little over the top, a little bit. So I'm supposed to say that to you, okay? It feels very passionate, and I don't think it's a tad bit unhealthy, this controlling kind of energy that's coming through. So I don't know how that. Okay, so there's definitely anger here. I feel like this has to do with a person, and I think you're in the phase here where people need time for themselves, space. Absolutely, I think people already have their space here, but in this time when people are alone, this is the time to think about how they can be better, how they can be accountable for the things that they did, or sad that may not have been, one of their proudest moments in order to grow. So people, I think mostly you, well, I'm just picking up on you for a moment. They, yeah, so, do you understand this? I think this has to do with a person. Does it have to do with a person? I just think people are kind of like not getting along, I guess, here. But in time, this feels like something where, okay, I'm gonna get this one last thing here. Showing me passive desire. Okay. And I also think that this is either it's not time to bring things together quite yet, because I just heard someone say I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry, and I think they're avoiding situations because, and they know or believe that they're probably going to get triggered, or emotions are uncomfortable, are going to come up, or they know they're going to get hurt or something like this. But I'm just interpreting this. Do you want them to cry, Spirit? What is the one last affirmation here before I move on? Why am I seeing the word custody? It kind of feels like there's definitely separation here, whatever this has to do. It kind of feels like people have to be really forceful or like really strong in their position here. But why am I seeing the word custody? What does custody mean? Okay, there's just, oh my god. I think people need to stay away from each other. There's still a lot of emotions that I don't think people have been able to process on their own. So when people come together, I feel like it could get explosive because they haven't processed certain emotions within themselves. They haven't done enough healing, is what I'm getting here. So before that time finally comes, when people finally reconcile, now is the time to do work on themselves and make sure that when they do present themselves, that they are whole, okay, and that they're not coming across and expressing their brokenness, okay. So that's what I'm feeling. People need to get themselves out of the space of hate, because there is hate that is sitting in somebody. I don't know who, but it needs to be healthfully. People need to process those emotions in a healthy way, because it's really love that truly wants to come through. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Trudy, hi. Sure. I'm glad that I'm glad that I can help. Trudy, you interested in maybe wanting to receive a little bit of revelation? Did you guys know I've entered the Mormon church now? So I'm gonna be baptized in December. Actually, it's December already. So yeah, so I'm really excited. Actually, I really resonate with the Mormon Church, or Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. I think they're really good people, and I'm glad I found a little bit of community here in my local town. Alright, so let's see if I can receive a little bit of revelation here from God, Jesus Christ, add his name. And yeah, so Trudy has a question about their career. Yeah, so let's see what impressions come through here. And I just want to let you all know that in the Mormon Church, or Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints, they encourage everyone to, when you have a question, you can ask God. And just like how I close my eyes and I go into silence and to listen to the whispers or the signs or the visions or whatever, you all can do the same thing to receive. And at any moment you have a question. Okay, so that's my main message here as well. Let you all know that you can do this and develop your relationship with God or the Holy Spirit. So for Trudy, thank you all. Let's see. So Spirit directs me to one tarot card. Okay. So the card that they picked is Temperance, and this usually indicates someone who is going through a very obvious healing stage. With regards to your question, you're likely experiencing balance, tranquility, moderation, ease, healing, or figuring out or making a change in your life that creates flow. That's what that card means to me. And when I look at this energy, and where are you guiding here, Spirit? Okay. So you're showing me that you are actually grieving here. I don't know what it is you're grieving. You might be feeling sad about what you don't have, what time maybe you've lost, what resources you've lost or don't have. Maybe you're grieving opportunities. I don't know what it is. But as I ask Spirit how they're guiding you here, I'll also add that this grief is here to serve you. Feeling loss for the things that we don't have actually will give us energy to move forward and choose something that helps us see our future as an improvement of the past. And so Spirit is seeing you grieving whatever loss you're feeling, and telling you, keep going with this. Be consistent with this grief, as it will push you forward. I'm going to close my eyes. I missed you too. Okay. Sorry. So I actually feel like this is part of your higher self, that is basically the part of your soul, basically. And so I think this has to do. What's coming through here is they put me in your body, basically, and you're saying, I made it. Here I am. Here I am with what it is that I desired, with what it is that I worked hard towards. And it's a sense of like achievement and a sense of being proud, and it's almost like an out of body experience. But you're not alone. You're actually there, standing side by side with all of these other people who are extremely strong and who are part of your group, who are a part of you. I think what you did, you did something to join their ranks. Okay, what's coming through these, it looks like they're soldiers, and you've become a soldier as well. Okay. But then again, also again, you're sitting there and you're saying, wow, look at me, I made it. Here I am. That's what's coming through. And one last here. I don't know. Okay. Tip here. They are showing me that you have sort of a negative pattern, negative habit, unhealthy habit that I think you need to make sure that you can eliminate this completely, if not reduce it. Whatever this is, they're just telling you, I don't know what this has to do with, but there's something that you need to be careful with. I don't know what this, it could be a way of thinking. I'm gonna close my eyes. But it's likely going to deter you or delay any kind of progress that you are hoping to make. So I'm gonna close my eyes, see what this is, and then I'll go to the next. What is that? It's almost like a rejection of not wanting to see anything new, something like this. It almost feels like you're in a kind of like a mind space where you don't want to, it feels like you don't want to see anything or do anything, or you don't care about progress, something like this, and you're like, I don't care, something like this. Okay, where you're just completely kind of closed off. But it obviously has to do with a particular reason. Like I don't know what this has to do with, but I don't know what it is, but there's I think there's just moments where you're just like, I don't care about nothing. I think that's what it is. And so they want you to be aware when that happens. Okay, that's for you. Noosh here. Okay. Good to see the comments here. I'm glad you were able to. What I hope I'm doing for you all is hopefully I'm strengthening your faith in God. So that you know that you are protected and loved all the time. I personally need to remind myself of these and push myself to, you know, to get out of my bubble. You put myself in uncomfortable situations, stop being so comfortable. Because I get to have more time with God, with Him. And I notice that when I'm by myself, where I keep doing my same habits, I don't get to see God as much unless I'm with people. So, I'm sorry, I'm going on my own personal tangent. So, new shoe here. Thank you so much for the love. New shoe here. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Maybe this might be my last read, I think. So go ahead, read for you. If you have a question, just hold it in your mind. Yes, service to others, yeah. So for new shoe here, okay. So I have the Four of Wands that's coming through. I don't know what you asked about, but this obviously has to do with something positive, something that has to do with other people as well. It could be like a positive event that's happening, something to celebrate something about, something where people are exuberant and I don't know, they're getting together, energy's high, people are likely proud of themselves or something like this, okay? And then I'm also seeing the word story, just the word story here that's coming through my mind. And I think this is something positive, I feel. It's almost like maybe, for example, like if you did something good in the world and then you have your face on the newspaper or you're in the news or something like that, that's what's coming through my mind. So I didn't expect to see this after all this positive talk. You're showing me that you're in the level of guilt. So when people are in the level of guilt, it's usually not the greatest place to be. I'm gonna close my eyes first because this could mean something else. It could be something positive actually. So let me just get the feel for the energy, and then I'll let you know what I think. Okay. So I think this guilt that I was seeing, I think it's a good thing. I think it's you basically going off and creating you're forging your own path. You're making your choices that you make, that you want to make, not anybody else's. And I think likely what they're showing me here is I think you've wait, hold on. Where are you guiding? Okay. There's guidance here that is saying there's something that you need to look at as a hopeless situation or thing. There's something that Spirit wants you to look at and say, there's no point in me going on. This is worthless. I need to do something different. I need to focus on something else. This is not working. This is what they want you to do, basically. Okay? And but when I closed my eyes, it really did feel like it was just a general feeling of wanting more. Wanting more of what you find that is valuable to you and that lights you up, okay? And I feel there's a sense of you've already gained some already, but you just want more. That's the general feeling I'm getting here. Yeah, it's very general what's coming through here, and I don't know if it's actual money that you're looking for. Is it? Always get the term redirection while guidance, but I can't figure it out. What do I need to change? I always get the term redirection. Okay, so this is. I feel like this is very. I always get the term. Okay, I get it. So, what they're showing me here is, so I'm seeing the word money, okay? But it doesn't always mean the literal word meaning. For me, money could mean anything that we choose is important to us. It could even be like having a clean house, or, you know, I don't know, like shoes. It could be something like totally, but it means something to us. Okay? That's what it means for me. Okay? Something that is important to us, and that is not influenced by societal pressures, whatever. It's something that lights us up. Okay? I'm going to ask a little bit more here, get a little bit more specific. I'm seeing symbols here that there's something you need to change. You do have. I'm seeing a symbol here. It's the same symbol I see right for the last person here. You have an addictive pattern. I have a habit here that is holding you back. And so spirit is not wanting to show me any other symbols, any new symbols, because this is all the only thing they want me to get through to you today is you have a blockage. It's obviously you want a particular thing, something more that feeds you, but you also have a particular habit that conflicts with this progression of you wanting more. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna close my eyes one more time here. Can you show me this pattern? There it is. It's shame. Can you show? Okay, and where are you guiding here? Oh my God. They keep showing me you needing to really give up on a particular thing that you are either focusing on or you just keep doing this. I don't know what it is, but they're so adamant about it. They keep showing me the same thing. They want you to cut something out. One last. Okay. Listen, I think you might already know what spirit is trying to get through to you here. I think you need to apologize to yourself for the way that you've been going about things. I don't know what you asked about, but I hope you know what you know what spirit's talking about, because they're not showing me. They just keep showing me the same symbols over and over again. But it's something that you should not. It's delaying your progress, and you owe an apology to yourself. It's simply impossible. I think it's about the proclamation I do or the person I am in talking stage with. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna give spirit one last opportunity to show me something new, and then I'll go. Okay, so there's a particular way that you see your life, and it's a consistent thing that continues to happen. And I think you have come to believe that it is something about your life that you cannot escape. Okay, I don't know what it is. It could be a lifestyle, but it's something. It's been part of your life, and I don't think it's going. You believe it's not going anywhere, and it may not be going anywhere. True, it could not, maybe not going anywhere. But the thing that they're wanting me to tell you is that you are harboring hateful feelings about this part of your life, and I think this is what they would like you to stop doing. Hating this part of your life. Does this make sense to you? So there's anger here, okay? When you open up to this thing, when you have to deal with it, anger shows up, okay? But I think they want you to face this, and it is gonna be scary, because you're like once you realize like you have to face the challenge of whatever this is, you like swallow and you're like, oh my god, like this is gonna be tough. It is gonna be tough. But it's something I think you kind of closed out. You get it? Okay. So that is what they're showing you. All right. So yeah. Do what you want with how Spirit's trying to guide you. I, for one, am not able to obey and listen to everything that Spirit tries to tell me to do, especially when it comes to like forgiving certain people in my family. I find it really to make those types of like to try to forgive and be the bigger person. It's challenging, but luckily enough, I'm given time and to think about things. And I personally, I've done my healing with regards to my family, so I do feel like if I do have to face, look at me, I'm like talking to you guys like you guys are my friends. I hope you guys are my friends. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, do your best. I'm doing my best here in my life, and I guess let's just be courageous. Let's be courageous. Let's be as courageous as we possibly can. Okay, I'm gonna go, so hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'll be coming on here just to share to spread revelation to the world, basically. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Oh, Kayla, hi. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great night. Take care, everybody. Stay close to God. I'm trying to read this book. And yeah, be well. Bye.